right. All right. So guys, today's topic is some part of the client's journey on Upwork, which is posting jobs. So we are going to, let's say, dive deep into this process, and we're gonna make a post. We're not going to post it because I don't like fake jobs, but I have made a real post, and I have proposals, which was for a service I really needed. So in the end, we're going to see the proposals released and how actually the client sees the proposals, the short information they get before they open the proposal. So we'll start with checking how they post the job manually and with AI. And in the end, when they have these proposals, how do they check them, what they see? So yes, and the second part will be live reviews of your profile. So I'll start sharing my screen. Okay. You're welcome to interrupt me to ask any questions you have, or if you want me to stay on one page longer so you can have more look, you're welcome to interrupt me. Okay. So this is a client dashboard. This is my client account, which I used to have for like several years, I think 3 years only. And I'm a real client on Upwork. So here I have the one open job, which we are going to see in the end when we see the process of posting the job. So right now we'll start with posting. So here we go. I press on a post the job. Okay. And the first thing I see is the time. Is this a short-term project or long-term project? I think we'll go for the long-term project. This part is taking a bit long. And today I would like to go with the service of creating a web application. So I will be needing a full stack developer to build a web application. And then we can check like any more services as you want. Okay, so I'm selecting long-term project.
Hi, everyone. I'm sorry for being
Hi,
late. I was waiting at another for another link. Hi, everyone.
Hi. We just started.
Hello.
We're checking the client journey, how they post the job. Okay, so we're writing the title. All right, let's write the title. Okay, so before I write it, please see this option below which says post job without AI. But we'll start with the menu and then we'll get back to the AI. Okay, so I'm writing, I need a full stack developer to build a web application. Okay, I'm gonna press continue.
Sorry, I have a question.
Sure.
Is posting a job free for the clients?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I missed the word.
Yes. Is it free for the clients to post a job?
Yes, absolutely free. But they have this option of posting a featured job. You might have seen that. It has a blue sign on it, and it says this is a featured job. This is a paid option, and they usually do this to invite like many freelancers. So they can invite like 30 plus freelancers per day. But usually they go for free because this is only for, just inviting as many people as possible. So it's usually free. So the second phase is the budget. And you can see that the system automatically offers an hourly rate. If I go to the fixed price, nothing is there. So this part is usually written, most often written by the client. But if they do go for the hourly rate, the system suggests the rate. And then it shows a chart where you can see like how many people offer different rates. So it says that it's typically between $15 to $35. And what is important here to remember that the system offers them a budget. So most often people go with the budget that Upwork offers them. This is why you don't need to concentrate that much on the client budget. If you have the Freelancer Plus subscription, it shows the minimum, average, and the maximum rate offered. That is what you need to concentrate on. So you see the competition, how they react to this same job post. But I suggest you do not, put attention on the client budget. But as you are starting, you may consider taking at least the maximum hourly rate that the system suggests, and you see it as a client budget, so that you increase your chances of being the best match. Right? I'll keep the suggestion of the system. Okay. Oh, so I actually went with the AI. Okay, no problem. Not different. Let's see how it drafted the job post. Okay. So it kept the majority of the title I put there, and it usually puts here 3 lines. We are seeking a proficient full stack developer to create a robust web application. The ideal candidate will have experience in both front-end and back-end technologies to ensure seamless integration and user experience. You'll be responsible for designing, developing, and maintaining the application while collaborating with our team to meet project goals. So I don't want to read till the end, but what we see here is, of course, when you try to do this yourself, and you see how the AI creates projects for your particular services, you will start noticing that there are lots of jobs on the market that look just like this, just like Uma suggests as a job description. You will start seeing familiarity. You will feel like this was created by AI. So what is usually recommended in sales and writing proposals and everything is mirroring, right? If when you see, for example, your client is very, wordy, they have a long job description, you try to mimic them and you write the job description. But here you see a short description, and you might think that, okay, I'm gonna go short. Not necessarily this is something your client has written. So if you see that this is most probably Uma giving some very general description, do not concentrate on the length. So put as much detail as you feel like is necessary. Okay, the category part, you see, it is selected automatically full stack development. And most probably, the clients are going to select what Uma gives them. But here we have this editing button, but I don't believe they go for this, because I checked many jobs in this category and I see the pattern. It's like 80% is selected full stack development as a job category. And regarding the category part, guys, why I say go and create the specialized profile first when you're starting to apply for jobs is because when your specialized profile category matches to job post category, you're increasing the chances of being a best match for this job post. Okay, so your specialized profile is very important. And besides that, you can give more specifics with the specialized profile, like you can target different services and different niches. It also helps the algorithm to match your profile with the job post. Okay. Now we see this. Do you guys have any questions so far?
All good, all clear, amazing. So for everyone on call, I want to congratulate you for joining, Luis, everyone, Leo, Randy, everyone, Danny, Arthur, as always. Good to see everyone. Rodri, we have a special guest, as you all know, Corlan on call. She represents the Gig Radar team, and I just want to open up the mic for her to introduce herself and to tell us a little bit about this partnership that we have and what's in it for you, right, guys? So how can you leverage our partnership and you know, this new level, this new phase that we have in this new partnership? Corlan, please.
Hi everyone. Hi Carlos, hi Lucene. It's great to see you here, some familiar faces. Hi everyone, my name is
Hi.
Corlan again. I'm from GeekRater and I lead the community where Upwork freelancers agencies are connected. I've joined GeekRater just almost about a year ago. And here I am, we're started just making some collaborations with other communities where we can be helpful. So Carlos has been our speaker for, I think, like 2 months. Yeah, that was really, really great. So thank you, Carlos, for coming, yeah, to our events as well. And today I wanted to share some, let's say, things about GeekRater, how GeekRater can help maximize your success on Upwork, and overall tell you about GeekRater. So if I may share my screen though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Let's do this. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, let's start then. Just a little introduction, as I've already posted in the community. I've freelanced in marketing in the past, so, and I earned like overall $90,000, and I bought a flat in the center of this Almaty. I'm from Kazakhstan, by the way. And then I've joined GeekRater, so I became head of community. So I know a little about freelancing and stuff, but to be honest, I've never used Upwork or other platforms for freelancers. But since I joined GeekRater, I became very, very familiar with this platform because I lead this community where we do have more than 2,000 members. And every day I get questions about Upwork and about profile optimization, about Upwork banning. So I started also consulting our community members as well, but mostly on Upwork banning, Upwork suspension questions. So yeah, we do have many Upwork experts as well. So Lizane is one of our top Upwork experts on profile optimization. So it's really great to have you here, Lizane. And also on a side note, I'm also a PhD in the international relations. So yeah, this is a little introduction about me. Well, not that rich, but this is all I got for now. Yeah, okay, let's get started then. Yeah, we all know that Upwork is one of the largest freelance platforms in the world. There are literally millions of freelancers or hundreds of thousands of clients on Upwork. In fact, as of recent data, the platform has around, as you can see, like 12 million registered freelancers and over 800,000 active clients who collectively spent more than $4 billion like on freelance projects each year. And what's really important is that clients on Upwork have high intent. They come to the platform ready to hire. And an average client's budget on Upwork is around like 5,000K per project. So which shows there are often like substantial projects, not just tiny gigs. This is very like different from cold emailing or LinkedIn outreach, where you first have to like convince someone to even consider hiring you. So on Upwork, clients are actively posting jobs because they need a freelancer, as one agency owner put it in the community lately. He said that Upwork is a high intent platform, so it's not like cold outreach where you're creating intent from scratch. So the opportunity on Upwork is really huge. It is a global marketplace, like operating in nearly 180 countries, and it's growing every year. So with the rise of remote work and this gig economy, more professionals and business are turning to the platform like Upwork to connect. So this means that there's a ton of potential business out there. for freelancers and agencies. However, with that opportunity comes competition and some challenges, and we'll talk about them later. Now, I would like to move to pain points on Upwork. Please, I would like to just ask if you are familiar with one of those pain points, just drop some plus in the comments. The first one is probably this fierce competition that Upwork is really crowded. The moment a good job is posted, it might get like 20, then 30 or more proposals in the first day. And then for someone just starting out on Upwork or a small agency with few reviews, it's hard to get noticed among like more established freelancers. And it can feel like, how do I stand out when clients are flooded with proposals, right? So newcomers often struggle to land their first few jobs, first few clients. They have to track record yet. And it can be really discouraging. And then probably this manual bidding. Oh, I can see here is some, yeah, codes, okay. Who can relate to this, that manual bidding is a time sink? Can you just drop some pluses, maybe we can relate it? Okay, thank you, Carlos. Yeah, thank you. Yes, this is really frustrating. Yeah, finding the right jobs or writing tailored proposals is extremely time consuming. You might spend hours each day combining through listing and crafting messages. There we have one Upwork agency owner. His name is Dimitri. We had a talk recently. So he said that he shared that when he was doing everything manually, we made a case study on his story. So he said that he spent 2 to 4 or 5 hours every day just bidding on jobs. So that's nonstop filtering through posts and writing custom cover letters. It's doable as a solo freelancer at the start, but as you get more clients or as you try to scale a business, you simply don't have those hours to spare daily on bidding. And then these low reply rates, this really frustrating. A common complaint is that I've submitted so many proposals, but I rarely hear back. And many freelancers have a reply rate in the low single digits, maybe like 2, 3, or 5%. So you can pour your heart into 10 proposals and get 0 responses, which is really demoralizing. And it feels like you're sending applications into a black hole. Like each no response or rejection can chip away at your confidence. And meanwhile, you might see other freelancers like landing jobs, which can make you wonder what you're doing wrong. And then this, maybe it can be really hard to scale your business. If you try to scale up and delegate the bidding work, it gets expensive and tricky. So some agencies hire a sales development representative, or a virtual assistant, just for biddings and just to send proposals. But that has its own issues as well. You have to pay their salary, you have to train them, and even the results can be really, really down. So for example, that Ukrainian agency, they also hired this virtual assistant and sales development representative. And then he found that the proposals quality became really inconsistent, and leads were very poorly qualified and the responses were slow, sometimes taking like 3 days to reply to the client. So eventually he ended up still spending an hour or more each day reviewing and correcting the CDR's work. So in his words, it felt like he was paying for a job that he had to still do by himself. Not to mention giving someone else access to your Upwork account can be also risky if they don't follow these all common rules that you already have. So overall, bidding a team to do manual bidding can burn a lot of cash and of course time. And then this cold outreach, it's even better. Some freelancers consider that the channels like cold emails, LinkedIn, or ads to get clients, but those are cold leads. So people who aren't actively looking for your service so far. That often means that a lower conversion rate and a lot of money spent to drum up interest. And Upwork leads, by contrast, they are a bit warm. because clients already need help. So the pain is that without a good system, you might not fully capitalize on Upwork and end up wasting money on less effective channels. We also, especially in the community, I often hear from agencies that something like our cold email or ads didn't pay off, but Upwork could have only had a better way to tackle it. So in summary, the pain points are clear. Too much time and effort for too little return. It's really hard to like scale your Upwork efforts without either burning yourself or spending a fortune on staff. And even then, results may lag. Now, let's talk about how we can solve those issues. GigRater. The solution we are proposing is to leverage GigRater. This is an AI-powered platform alongside Upwork to tackle these challenges head-on. So you can think of GigRater as an Upwork ads manager or your business manager or an AI assistant specifically for Upwork. So it is designed to automate and optimize the whole process of getting leads on Upwork, much like how a digital marketer uses tools to automate ad campaigns. So we use GigRater to automate all those Upwork proposals and follow-ups. So let's break down how Upwork and GigRater together solve each pain point. The first time, save time with automation. Instead of manually scoring Upwork every day, GigRater's AI is constantly searching for relevant jobs for you. So it's like having a tireless assistant that works 24/7 nonstop, ensuring you never miss new opportunities when they appear. So this directly tackles the time sink issue. You get your hours back because the AI does the heavy lifting of search and initial outreach. And then there's higher response rates through precision. GigRater uses this smart filtering and data to target only the jobs that fit you best. And it helps craft more, let's say, personalized proposals. Because your bids are more relevant and send faster, clients are more likely to reply. In other words, by working smarter, you break out that no response black hole. So many users see their reply rates go up significantly after using GigRater. We'll see some numbers on that soon. I'll be sharing on that. And then scale without the hefty cost. Rather than hiring a team, hiring some SDRs or dedicating a full-time employee to bidding, GigRater automates those repetitive tasks at a fraction of the cost. One of our agency CEO, he said that he employs 2 full-time lead generators with GigRater AI. So, and also he said that saving costs and speeding up bids significantly. So you can grow your outreach and handle more leads without multiplying your payroll. The platform is basically your always-on, cost-effective sales assistant. And then there's also guidance for newcomers. If you're newer to Upwork or struggling on Upwork, GigRater can actually act like a coach in some ways. It analyzes which jobs are most promising using something called the GigRater score. And this is an algorithm that rates job posts by their potential. And it provides templates and insights for proposals. This data-driven approach means even if you don't have a ton of Upwork experience, you're leveraging patterns from millions of proposals and successful outcomes. It's like getting inside information on what works best so you can avoid common newbie mistakes and focus on the jobs you have a really shot at winning. So in short, GigRater automates the painful parts on Upwork, like searching, filtering, bidding, and follow-up, and optimizes them so you get better results with less effort. Now, let's dive deeper into how it does. Okay, the first part of the solution is search. Basically, how does it work is that finding the right jobs without manual effort. So GigRater includes that AI-powered job scanner that constantly watches the Upwork feed for you. Think of it as having like 60 plus filters and intelligent algorithm that you set up once, and then it keeps filtering jobs like nonstop, 24/7, day and night. For example, you can tell exactly what you're looking for. Maybe like web development projects with budget above like 1K from clients with good ratings. These all things can be filtered. And then the AI will shift like through all the postings and pull out those that much and that relevant. Even better, GigRater scanner, these AI-based scanners, they can learn from your feedback. During setup, you actually train it by rating some example jobs. Like it's kind of like swiping left or right a Tinder style interface for job posts. If you can indicate that certain types of jobs are perfect and others are not relevant, the system adapts its criteria. So over time, it gets smarter about what relevant opportunities look like for your business. Because this scanner is running like continuously 24/7, you'll never miss new opportunities. For instance, if a great job is posted at 3 a.m., your time, the AI can flag it and even start the bidding process, of course, with a prepared proposal and right away. By the time you wake up, that proposal is already in the client's inbox. So whereas if you relied on a human schedule, you might have lost that window. And Upwork is competitive and often speed matters. So being among the first to apply can dramatically improve your chances. Well, the system also does something called like pre-scoring. It gives each job post score from 0 to 100 that predicts how well it matches what you want. This score considers factors like the job budget, the client's history, and how well the requirements match your skills. A higher score means this job is likely high value and a great fit for you. So if you see, say like a 90% score job, you know that a top priority to apply to. This way, even if there are many postings, you are not overwhelmed. You can focus on the best leads first. In summary, the search phase with GigRater, it means like automatic intelligent job discovery. There is no more spending hours manually searching Upwork or worrying about missing out. The AI finds the needles in the haystack for you around the clock. And then this scan quality. These quick filters, let's say. On the next phase, this scan and qualify, I think this here is, yeah, the second table actually. Basically assessing the job and preparing a tailored proposal. Once the system finds the job, it doesn't just jump it on you. So it actually helps you qualify that lead and get proposal ready in no time. First, the GigRater score we mentioned plays a role here. Each job is automatically analyzed on a bunch of factors. So the factors might be like the budget, and then the client's reputation on Upwork. Also, do they have good reviews from freelancers, or also the job description details, and etc. So based on that, the job gets a score out of 100. And this score gives you an instant sense of how valuable or attractive the opportunity is likely to be. And the next is the proposal creation. GigRater has this AI that can draft personalized cover letters for each job in seconds. This isn't one size fit all like generic text. The system actually reads the job posting to pick out the key points. For instance, if the client says they need help improving website load speed, the AI will mention something about solving the specific pain point. So it then uses tested proposal templates, which you can tweak to match your tone and your style, and fills in the details so that the cover letter addresses the client's needs directly. And the result is that every proposal is tailored to the job and client, but you didn't have to write it from scratch. And because the AI can do like quickly, you're able to send a proposal while others are still typing a draft. Importantly, the proposals are original, relevant, not a copy paste or like something irrelevant. In fact, across millions of proposals analyzed, it was like found that well-crafted and AI-generated cover letters often get higher reply rates than those generic human-written ones. So the key is that they're specific and error-free every time. So at this stage, GigRater is essentially acting as your expert proposal writer and qualifier. It filters out jobs that aren't worth it, highlights the golden opportunities, and then handles the initial proposal writing in a personalized way. Now, about this process, bidding and closing. The final stage is that contact and close. This is about what happens after a proposal is sent to convert that lead into a conversation, and then ultimately to convert it into a contract. Firstly, GitGrader, it gets your proposal in fast. The speed actually can be really crucial on Upwork, because being among the first few proposals can increase the chance the client reads and applies. So GitGrader automatically sends out a proposal that generated, and it does it very quickly, usually like within 10-15 minutes of the job being posted. And compared to that manual process where you might have like only check for jobs a few times a day. And also the other way of landing a job would be like boosting, which means that you spend extra dollars every time per application, and you, in order to appear in the top 4 list of the job poster. And at any given point, anyone can spend more than you have spent. So basically you go down and down. So the moment you're out of those 4 spots, you're basically just like out of that, but you spent extra dollars. Whether if it's just right or not, you can just check it out, or you can just see it. So you'll be spending like extra money. Once the proposal is in, the next challenge is handling the client's response. And here's something really, I would say, exciting, because the GitGrader is developing an AI. We've launched this only in March this year, which is basically an AI that sales development rep for Upwork chats. This AI, called Laziza, can hold conversations with the client on your behalf. It can answer like common questions, it can provide additional information, it can also clarify some requirements and even handle the objections. So the goal of this AI is that to keep the potential client engaged and move them towards scheduling a meeting with you. So in fact, the Laziza AI is designed to set appointments or set calls for you with the client. So imagine an interested client replies you at 2 a.m. of your time, and the AI could respond immediately with a friendly message, like rather than the client waiting 10 hours for you to wake up, put a meeting on your calendar. And of course, you can jump on the conversation at any time, and you'll want to handle the actual sales call. But this just shows how far automation can go in like nurturing leads. And another crucial aspect is follow-ups. Many times client might read your proposal or even reply once, but then they can just go quiet. Maybe they got busy or they're still deciding. And with GitGrader, you can automate a gentle follow-up messages if the client hasn't responded in a certain time frame. For example, a day or 2 after no reply, it might send a short note, like something like, hi, just checking if you've had any questions about a proposal. I'd be happy to discuss with you this project further. And then this is done automatically, so you don't have to remember to do it, or you don't have to set an alarm to send some follow-up to the clients. So yeah, it can significantly improve your conversion of proposals to actual calls or contracts. Many sales are lost simply because there was no follow-up, and GitGrader makes sure that doesn't happen. All of this is managed in an unified dashboard, CRM, that GitGrader provides. And you can see all your Upwork leads and conversations at one place, track which stage each lead in, and automate those messages, workflows like easily. In summary, this contact and close is where GitGrader helps you maintain momentum with leads. It responds really quickly, keeps the conversation going with AI assistant, and follow up proactively. The end result is to get more replies, more meetings, and more contacts without juggling like dozens of chats or without forgetting those follow-ups. And now I would like to just share with you with a case study. And also I would like to just drop in the chat this link to our successful clients. You You can just have a look on that. We also post in our website many case studies. We interview our clients like once in a week, twice in a week, and then we made those case study stories. So you can also have a look on those case studies. And I took one of them just to share with you. Let's say this agency is called XYZ. This case of a small SaaS service development agency that started using GigRater. First, we are seeing at this table before picture what things look like when they were doing everything like manually on Upwork. The first is that their monthly revenue was making around like 2-3K per month from Upwork project. These were mostly short-term projects that came and went. So there was no reliable monthly recurring revenue. They couldn't predict income from Upwork. Some months are okay and other months nothing, like up and down. Essentially, Upwork was giving them a few extra projects here and there, but it wasn't the steady engine of growth yet. And then their LRR, lead reply rate, their LRR was very low, about like 4%. That means out of every 100 proposals they sent, only about 4 clients would respond in any way. In other terms, like 96% of their proposals were met with silence. So this is actually pretty common if you're doing things manual without optimization. And then this proposal view rate, additionally, only roughly 1 in 5 proposals, like 20-22%, were even viewed by clients. And Upwork actually shows when a client opens your proposal. So in their case, about 87 of their proposals never got opened at all. This likely was because they were often late to apply. If a client like already got a bunch of proposals, they might not scroll far enough to their to see theirs. And cost per lead, they were like investing a lot to get those few leads. The founder was spending around 10-15 hours a week on Upwork bidding. That's about 60 hours per month on his time purely on lead generation. If we value his time, say his hourly rate is like $50, just as an example, that's $3,000 worth of time spent monthly to generate maybe a handful of leads. So in fact, when they tried hiring an SDR to help, they paid roughly like $1,500 per month to that person, but the results weren't much better. So whether in time or money, the cost per actual lead was very high, or the order of a few $100s each. And if a lead didn't turn into a project, that money, time was essentially wasted. And overall pain, the founder was burning out, spending so much effort for minimal growth, important tasks like were suffering because so much time went into bidding. And then they tried to delegate, but like throwing money away due to the low ROI. It was clear the manual approach wasn't sustainable or scalable for them. And so this before scenario is where many people find themselves. And I can bet that you can also find yourself in this scenario. Lots of effort, not enough reward, not let's see what happened after they implement. No, curator. This is the like ROI breakdown. This after picture, this is what changed once agency XYZ started using GigRater on Upwork. The transformation was quite dramatic. The first monthly revenue is about a quarter, like 3 months or so of using GigRater. The Upwork derived revenue grew to around 8,000 per month. More importantly, they converted some of those Upwork clients into ongoing contracts. For example, a couple of clients moved to monthly retainers for continuous work. This added roughly like 5,000 in true monthly recurring revenue that they could count on each month. And then lead reply rate. Their LRR went from that painful 4% to up to 15 or even more. That's over 3 times higher reply rate. And in fact, this kind of improvement isn't an isolated case. Many GigRater users have similar jumps. You can, I've just sent in the chat this link to our knowledge base where all gig creator success stories are placed. So you can just have a look on them and look at their reply rates. They're more than 8. Even you can see some 30, 22, 25%, 70%, 15% like reply rates. Proposal view rate. Their PVR shot up to 50% or even more. Now at least half of their proposals were being opened and read by clients, thanks to timely submission and being at the top of the stack. This was a big change from before, where most proposals went unseen. So with Greater applying within minutes and smartly boosting crucial bits, they ensure their proposal weren't buried. And simply being seen is half of the battle, and now they were winning that half much more often. And then cost per lead. The cost per lead plummeted because they weren't spending hours and hours of paying as much in salaries for bidding. Each interested client lead became much cheaper to acquire. Based on some numbers, we estimate their effective cost per lead dropped around threefold. Like, for example, earlier we mentioned they could have a few $100 per lead. Now we're looking at maybe like 100 or 150 per lead in terms of time and money spent.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that everyone here is as excited as I am. I know this is a whole lot of information, bros, for everyone on call. Danny, Leo, all of the friends from Mexico. Good to see you. Did you eat your tacos? Just joking. Hey, listen, this is huge, right? This is huge, friends. So I know seeing a data-driven presentation can be sometimes a little bit too much. Yeah, so we are between friends. If you have any questions for everyone on call, Edu, I see you, bro. Danny, who everyone's on call. If you have any questions, just let us know. Yeah. So, long story short, my friends, this is an AI that will make your business more profitable. You know, so cost per lead from $300 to $400. Now that we have friends like Danny or Jaime sending proposals consistently, if you could reduce that spend for 60%, 70%, you know, if you could reduce the amount of money you have to let go in order for you to get your client, then just this one small thing is huge, short, mid, and long term. So just want to make sure that you guys can see this. If the cost per lead is $300, which doesn't sound bad at all, for me personally, it's $250, $260 per close. So these numbers are actually true. This is factual. And if this tool can help me land a client for $100 to $200, then that's huge for me. That's huge. It all compounds. So just want to make sure you guys understand it and that you get a little bit excited, okay? Because we're not in university. We're changing lives. We're building businesses. We're very happy, yeah? Okay, let's go, Coraline.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. I'm about to finish now. If it's get a little bit bored, then we'll be like finishing like in 5-10 minutes, I think. And then yeah, this ROI after, when you pull them like all together, the return on investment was really striking. For every dollar they put into GigRater, they got back about like $4 to $5 in revenue. Conversely speaking, this is an ROI of 400%. In one case study, an agency reported a 433% ROI on their monthly creator spend. So another had even higher ROIs when scaling up. And this, to sum up, after using GigRater, this agency saw significant growth and efficiency gains. They were making more money each month, getting responses from clients much more frequently and spending far less time and money to do it. So it turned Upwork from a frustrating gamble into a reliable, profitable channel for their business. And probably that's all. Maybe I can see here one. Is there a question? Or I cannot, okay.
It was me just saying let go.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah, I was just checking this chat. Okay, so now as we have, like, in simple terms, let's just let me just finish. GigRater makes your Upwork lead generation not only more effective, but far more efficient. You get a lot more like output, leads, contracts, revenue for the same or less input, like time, money. So this is how businesses grow, like by finding processes that give a high return. And this high ROI is why agencies say things like GigRater paid for itself in hours, or maybe I'd never use Upwork without GigRater again. With these numbers in mind, it's clear why adopting the solutions is compelling. Now, if you're considering trying it out, I have a special offer for you as a participant today, only for Freelance Navigator members. This promo code set up free 250 free. This promo code gives you $250 off your first subscription. Also, I would like to say that we've launched this Upwork Success with GigRater educational course only for GigRater clients. We've launched it in May, I think, where all Upwork experts, they share their insights, their experience, they share real cases, and they teach you how to optimize your profile as well on Upwork. There we have our founder, Vadim. We have Robert Okruk. We have Vlad from Ukraine, also an Upwork consultant. So yeah, you are all welcome. So how to redeem this promo code is just, you need to scan this QR code and sign up for a free demo. On the demo call, you'll also get your profiles reviewed. You'll get your profiles roasted. And then all the things regarding the pricing, they'll be like calculated individually on what you want on Upwork and how much or how many connects you spend on Upwork and etc. So yeah, and then you need to enter Freelance Navigator in the how did you first learn about GigRater field. And then provide this promo code to our team during your call. And then, yeah, offer valid for it. This offer is valid only for event attendance only.
Lovely, lovely. Hey, giving money away. 250, 250. You get 250, Luzine. You get 250, Leo. Danny, you get 250. Where's Edu? Edu, you get 250. All right, let's go.
Yeah, maybe some of the questions like regarding platform, I cannot answer because I'm not a technic or the sales from the sales team. My mission here is to just overall get you know better GigRater with GigRater, and you can book this free demo call and get all your answers all your questions answered.
Lovely. Renee's on the app. He already scanned the code. Good stuff. 2-minute rule. Hey, we ain't waiting. Claim your money.
Great.
Good
now,
stuff.
If you have any questions, then we can also connect with each other. You can scan also my LinkedIn profile. I'm more than welcome to have you in my connections. Yeah, so let's see. I think you'll love this. You'll like the platform. But full disclaimer that GigRater isn't just a magic wand. It really works. It works when your profiles are optimized really well. So this in combined, it works really good.
Yep, for sure, for sure. There's no magic, friends. Okay, Coraline, it's been amazing to have you as always. I'm sure we'll have more of this get-togethers online, these little town halls, because I'm very curious to see someone from the GigRater team just share their screen and just show us a little bit of like the machinery behind, because we're engineers anyways, so we like to see the complex stuff. So hopefully we can make that happen next month or something. And yeah, I'll ping you very soon, friend, and we can give the microphone back to Lucine so we can continue our masterclass. Caroline, thank you so much. Much love, and
Great.
big hug to the friends at GigRater.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay, bye.
Ciao.
Thank you, Carla. It was really interesting to see the numbers and the cases. So yeah, this is really interesting. And I'm all for efficiency. So yeah, if this creates efficiency and you can show it with numbers, that is great. So guys, let's jump back to the job posts we're creating together. So to save time, I'm not gonna go back to create the manual job post, but I'll post a presentation after we finish the call. So you will also see the manual process. But because our main purpose of seeing how the job is posted, so you could have this profile optimized for matching to your client's job post. So we were talking about the category part. So every time they post a job, they select a category, and usually it is selected by the system. Okay, so it reads the only, you see that I put there only a title, and by reading the title, it suggests a category. Guys, did you pay attention to the job category when applying for a job? Please put there plus or something so we see if you really pay attention to this.
So what is the question, friend?
Anyone? No?
What's the question?
Yes, please. The question is if you paid attention to job category when applying.
Job category. Okay. If you pay attention when applying. Danny,
When
Leo.
applying, yes. No one? All right. Okay, guys. So this is very important, especially when you have the specialized profile created, okay? So there are many categories that can match the service you're providing. For example, there is this full stack development category, and there is always a separate category for, let's say, web applications. But you have the limitation of 2 specialized profiles. So whatever is a match to the job post, you need to select this specialized profile when applying for the job. Next time when you are checking the job, especially when you're applying, always pay attention to the job category selected. It is right under the job title. I'm just in my client's profile right now. That's why I cannot show you this, but maybe in the end we'll have time to check this. So, and when you are doing this job research to optimize your profile accordingly, you also need to record what is the most selected category for yourself. And when you are checking these 20 to 30 jobs that are super relevant to the services you want to sell, you always see the pattern. It is always like 80% one category selected. In this case, it is full stack development. And you see there another, let's say 15% selected the second category. These are going to be your specialized profiles. No guesswork. Just select whatever your client selects. Sometimes it doesn't sound like super matching to the services you want to provide, but you need to help the algorithm to match your profile to the job post. Is this clear? Are you going to check the next time the job category? You can give a plus in the comments or let me know if you have any questions. This is very important so you are a best match.
Nice. Okay, so we wanna check on category and then match the proposal with what the client is looking for, yeah?
Selecting the specialization that is matching to the category.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. All right, guys. Okay, the skills part. And it is the same when it comes to skills. When you are checking this super relevant job post, you will start seeing the pattern. And it is usually 5 skills that are repeated and repeated and repeated. These are the skills that you want to have on your Upwork profile skill tags in this order. It is very important. And we'll see this on the proposals we're going to check with you. Okay. Regarding the scope, you see that it is automatically chosen intermediate level. Why I want you to pay attention on this? Because people are trying, in order to find high quality jobs, high quality clients, they used to filter with this expert level filter, and you end up losing so many jobs that are posted with intermediate level just because the system automatically selects this category. So next time, you always make sure you select the intermediate and the expert. Do not select only expert level.
Gotcha.
Because
Lucine,
yeah,
quick question.
yes,
Yeah,
sure.
so this was an AI generated job post, yeah?
Yes, this one
Okay,
is the
gotcha.
AI generated one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's
But
interesting
in
because
case,
even, sorry, I was gonna say,
sure.
even me, when I'm applying to jobs and if I see intermediate for some reason, I sort of lose a little bit of like trust or willingness to apply, you know, for people like Eduardo, well, whatever Eduardo, we have many Eduardos. If you guys are super senior, just it's interesting to see if a job post was AI generated, and you're like, no, they're looking for someone who doesn't have a lot of experience, but we just don't even know. And if you haven't seen how easy it is to create an Upwork job post with the AI, it takes a second, and we don't really go back and see the details. So that's interesting because that's something new.
Yeah, and actually, when the client posts the job manually, they still get the suggestions, right? So they get the same suggestions as the AI puts here, right? All the details are suggested the same way. And what I see from this many researches for many job categories, for many service categories, I see that they used to select the one that is suggested. So they're most of the time they're lazy, right? Okay, there's a suggestion, I will go with it. So that's why it is very risky to put these filters. And this can relate to the budget as well, right? You're searching for a high-paying client and you put there a high hourly rate and you miss really great opportunities, maybe, right? Okay.
Yes, 1,000%. So I just want to add something in there. One of my top clients ever in Upwork was someone who actually didn't have a profile picture and not good reviews and not the best job description. It was like a one-liner. It's like it only said something like, I need a website. And I still applied, and it was one of the best my best contracts. And this goes to show that even with platforms like eGrader, you still need to pay attention, and you still need to be active in the market on a daily basis, or in the trenches, if you will, so that you can actually see what's going on behind the user interface. You know, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and this is Climate question. When it says finalize the job, it says post the standard job, which is free. And I guess the most important part is you can invite up to 30 freelancers total, 30 freelancers. And then with the featured job, the real difference is you can invite up to 70 freelancers daily. And also the job is, shows the featured batch. And it says that it will attract top freelancers to find the right match. So this is the only difference. Okay, so let's quickly go to the job post I've made because this is very interesting. Okay, I'll go back to the dashboard and we'll see together what the client sees when opening the proposal. All right, I've got 11 proposals. And again, about, automatic things. Pay attention to the sort part. It says best match. So it is automatically set on the best match. So what does this give to the client? So I see first the boosted proposals, see 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And then I see the best matches. And then the rest.
That's so cool. Jaime, take a look. Edu, take a look. So this is the hierarchy that they use, yeah? So this is the view of a potential client, because Lucine right now, she actually posted the job and she's actually looking to hire. So the first thing is the boosted proposals, and there are 4 levels. So every time when we boost, one of the techniques that we use within FN is the fact that you don't have to be number 1. Just by being 4, that's good enough. But it's interesting to see that you're doing a better job by boosting a proposal than even being a best match. That's just interesting to see.
Yeah, exactly. And here, I guess the client is first he's going to have a look at the proposal. So you've got your first impression chance here. And on the second thought, he may, change to the, let's say, lowest and highest, play with the sorting tool. But for the first glance, he's going to see the best matches first. So we were having like lots of questions about how to boost or not to boost, how many connects you need to use, what is efficient or not. So if your profile is the best match to this job post, you still have the visibility without boosting, because it is like easy for me to check, let's say, first 10 proposals, and you are there if you are a best match. Of course, it depends on the competition as well, because if there are, let's say, 150 plus proposals, I've had this kind of job posted, it will be, maybe there are gonna be, let's say, 20 plus best matches. But at least I see this badge, the best match. At least I see that the system sees your profile and your proposal as a best match to the job post I made. Okay.
Lovely,
So,
lovely. So
yeah,
interesting.
interesting thing to fix.
Yeah, people without any prior jobs are considered best matches. And some of the things that I want to
Yeah.
share with you here in the team. Yo, gang. So many engineers or freelancers fall into the trap of like not being open for people to connect. So what do I mean by this? Please scroll up a little bit, Luzine. So
Up.
it's so it's so interesting. This guy Nicholas uploaded a picture of him that's a little bit graded out. It's like hard to see the guy. And the first guy, so Haib, he's like very far away, and the background is like in the forest. So scroll down for me a little bit, Luzine, because there's the best picture that provokes the best feeling is Alina. Alina's like, hey,
Yeah.
kind of like a passport type of picture, very clear. So remember, for everyone on call, people by people. Yeah. So this is one of the principles, people by people. So make it easy for them to connect with you, because I can see that you boosted your proposal. I can see that you're quote unquote a best match. But if the picture like Sabahat it's a little bit weird, I don't feel like I want to message you. So first impressions are key. Consider that. Edu, you have a question?
I think you just answered it before, because I was about to ask that even on your best matches shows people with zero completed job, zero
Yeah.
total hours, and that amazed me. I thought that one of the keys to be on that list or whatever list of the customers searchers could be you have high rated jobs or a lot of jobs completed, job successful percentage, but it's not.
Everything,
Yeah. And
our job, one sec, my friend. So what
sure.
our job, friends, is to ensure that we have the major probability to get a message from a prospect. So we have all these little tactics and tools, yeah. So the profile picture is one tool. How enticing the headline of the Upwork proposal is, because look at Alina. She is straight to the point and irresistible. Is web designer, ... landing page and website expert. If I am looking for a landing page expert and Alina has this nice clear picture, I don't really care if she's a best match, bro. I'm gonna message. It feels almost like an intuition. It feels almost like if it was natural, you know. So many different arguments to have. Another little tactic that we have, or a little tool to leverage, is the work history. You could have Alina's amazing perfect picture, but if I'm looking for a landing page expert, I'm gonna look for a landing page expert. Or if I'm looking for someone who's gonna clean my data, Alina's profile can be perfect, but I'm looking for a data engineer. So data engineer for early stage startups. What if I'm an early stage startup and I need data? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, something that I also see for this one, at least for Alina, do you have an example? She plays herself, like you said, as a web designer. Like, for example, Anshul, he's a PHP developer. Maybe, I don't know if I
Yeah.
need to myself a PHP website, so, or it could be a .NET or some other technology, a React one. But generic ones or web designer involve everything. So
Exactly. And then if I were to need a PHP website, then that's super specific, right? But what if Alina jumps on the call and then she somehow joined Freelance Navigator a year ago and she knows how to sell, and maybe suddenly I don't need a PHP website. They don't care about the technology. They care unless they have a specific requirements. But most clients, they care about more money, more time, more freedom. Yeah. So if she has a landing page that looks better and works better, performs better, and I need more sales, give me Alina. Unless all of my backend is on Python, PHP, whatever, then dear Alina won't be the one. But sorry, Lucine, continue.
Sure. Guys, do you have 10 more minutes? I just want to finish this part. All right, let's go. So I wanted to add something for Anshul. So you see he's a best match and he has 0 completed jobs, 0 total hours, 0 earned. And most of his skills, the skills that he has on his Upwork profile, does not match to the job post. He has only this like graphic design skill, one skill that is matching to my job post, and he is selected as a best match. Why is this happening? Because Upwork always helps newbies to find their first client. They have this promotion, this free promotion. They always have this. So he's not even a match to my job post, but he still gets the chance to get discovered by, having this best match badge on his proposal. This is happening all the time. Trust me, I had many clients that were newbies on the platform and they really had the chance to get discovered in the proposal list. Okay, so this guy is not a match to my job post. This is important. All right, and then I wanted to say something here. Here. So this guy sent the proposal yesterday, and I received the Bianca's proposal today. But because she has more completed jobs, she has a higher position. So Aliana's proposal is also received today, but she is lower because she doesn't have any completed jobs, etc. And I guess her none of her skills match my job post. Maybe that's why she is not, a best match, just like Anshul. So this is also important. So you can apply, let's say, later than someone, but because you have like more jobs completed, so you have more reputation on the platform, you will have a higher position. So now let's have a look at the proposal itself, okay? Oh, no, sorry. Let's discover this part as well. So the short information we are getting about this freelancer. So we see the job success score, we see the total number of jobs completed, the hours they worked on Upwork, and what they earned on Upwork. And by the way, if you keep your earnings private, your client, when sending a proposal, they will see the earnings actually. So you cannot keep the earnings private for the clients you're applying, all right? So this part is kind of short information about the freelancer. And then we see the information for this specific job. So it says 3 profile items highlighted. We'll see this. 1 similar job completed on Upwork, and then the skills on the profile. So what is important, and we see these first 2 things in green. So it brings more attention, right? So we can say that the most important things to be selected, to be visible, is the profile item highlighted and the similar jobs completed. We'll get back to the profile items when I open the proposal, and about the similar jobs. This is why you need to target specific jobs, and you need to go for specific jobs all the time, not just any job you see and say, okay, I can do this as well, right? Because every time you're going for a targeted job, you're building and building and building the probability of getting noticed by your ideal client, of having visibility for this super matching jobs for you. And let's see this part. So we see the rate. We see that it is boosted if it is boosted. And we see the first part of the proposal, which is 230 characters, including the spaces. 230 characters. So you need to make sure you give the hook and the most important information that you want your client to see first. Okay, so it's 230 characters. Okay, then I'll open the proposal. All right, the proposal details. You don't want to, use space for this rate increase. I suggest you keep it like very simple and do not suggest any rate increase, especially if it's not like 1 year project. So keep things simple. I wouldn't do this, all right? We see the cover letter. We see attachment. See, this person is attaching 6 items here. But
Can you go back
when
10 seconds and you said you wouldn't do the increase hourly if it's a
Yes.
1 year project?
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest any increase because once you have the conversation with the client, you can go to the details. Before you have this conversation, before you already speak about the scope and deliverables, etc., you don't need to complicate things. You need to keep it simple. So suggest no increase. That's
I
my
help you.
suggestion.
I help you. Yes, 1000%. Friend Edu. So rule of thumb. Upwork's job is not to clarify requirements, not to create a contract, not to yada yada yada. Jump on the call with the prospect. The only reason why we optimize a profile, the only reason why we send proposals, the only reason why we have video walkthroughs of past projects, professional GitHubs, amazing portfolios, is to jump on a call with the prospect. Take them to the call. So if you have to, I don't want to say lie to them, but if you have to not say the entire truth of how much it's going to be before the call, you can do that. Jump on the call with the prospect. Frictionless.
Agree. Yeah,
Let's go.
100%. Yeah. So yeah, we see that he has here like 6 attachments, but no matter how many attachments you have, here I see only the profile items highlighted. Okay, so it is important to add the profile highlights, which includes your portfolio. You can attach the portfolio and also the similar jobs completed. So you can see that. Here is the this person's Sohaib profile highlights, which are portfolios. You can read here portfolio. He could also attach the similar job post completed. So what is the conclusion here for now, guys? You need to have at least 4 portfolio items matching your ideal client's cases, the industry, everything, right? You need to have at least 4. So you have an attachment to have a highlight from the profile, right? Especially when you are just starting, you do not have completed job posts that can be similar to other job posts. So have the portfolio items there properly, telling the client that you've done a similar job. Okay. And then we see the profile description, etc. I wanna find a proposal which has a specialized profile. So you see how it works. Oh, this doesn't have as well. This one should have. And by the way, regarding the attachments, I myself as a client will be always suspicious of the files that can contain viruses, etc. So I'd rather check something that is on the profile rather than downloading attachments or clicking on the list. So again, portfolio is very important. Yeah, here we go. here we go, a profile with specialized profile. So he has his Upwork profile and graphic design and web design. And we see the selected one. So he selected the graphic design category when applying for this job post. Yes, please, Carlos.
Sorry, did I say something? My bad. I wasn't trying.
Okay, it was, I thought you raised hand. It's my bad.
I can say something. I can say something. Look. Yo, gang.
Okay.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, so this was the exact category I posted the job in, the graphic design. So he selected the most matching one, which is the graphic design. And what I see is not the Upwork profile, not the web design, but the graphic design profile. I still can click on the other profile, but what I see first is his graphic design profile, right? His title for graphic design and then description and the work history for graphic design profile. Because it shows this, you know, if I click on the Upwork, let me show you, I will see all the works completed, okay? But with specialized profile, I see jobs related to this specialization only. Okay, and then I see the whole profile as it is. The skills I see, so I can see more skills here because this is the specialized profile. If I go to the Upwork profile, I see only 15 skills, right? I have the implementation of 15 skills. Okay. Yeah, then I see the profile.
Yeah, I just want to add to the topic of specialized profiles for everyone on call. Edu, Jaime, Leo, Rene. Usually the way I like to go about it is to not overcomplicate things at the very beginning. You want to have your Upwork profile with 5 reviews. Once you get to 5 reviews, kind of makes sense to consider the specialized profile. The reason why I say this is because it's a little bit confusing sometimes for prospects who are new to the platform. Because as you can see, Upwork is extremely data-driven, and there are so many different colors and so many different data points and details. Sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. But once you have traction and once you have found a specific type of niche service type of client that you love, and a specialized profile can be super powerful because then you can sell the same thing, and in a long enough timeline, you can even consider even productizing an offer. But more of that in later calls. Thank you, Uzi.
Okay, guys. If you the topic specialized profiles, if you'd like me to talk more about the specialized profiles and how to create them, how to select them, more importantly, we can do the next call about it. So it is more clear for you, because sometimes it sounds like, okay, what should I do with the specialized profiles? Let's keep the thing simple. Maybe that could work. But as soon as you see the whole system, all right, it'll be better for you. Sooner the better. You need to make the profile 100% complete as soon as possible. And without the specialized profiles, it's not complete. Yeah, this is for today, guys. I ate more of your time, but again, we didn't have the opportunity to have a look at your profile, do a live review. But I'll suggest the following. I'll make some quick recommendations in the post I made for the profiles that are there. You're welcome to put more profiles there. And next time we can do the live review.
Amazing. Everyone with last questions, comments. Someone. Everyone making $10,000. You got it all. Okay. Yo, so I sent the link to the school post of Lucine requesting your Upwork profiles. If you send the link, we'll send you specific feedback. Edu, Sancho, I'm waiting for you, bro. Let's get to work. Everyone on call, beautiful faces, love you all. As always, we'll see you in school. We'll see you everywhere. Let's go out there to the world and make some money. Bye-bye for now.
Yeah.
See you next.
See you guys. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank
See you
you.
guys. Thank you.
Bye.